Welcome back guys to our numerical computing series. Today in this video I'm gonna explain you Gauss Seidal method with Java language. So let's go. So guys, here I have initialized two arrays named coefficients and constant, in which I have stored all the coefficients and constant given in the equations, and these are the same equations that I have explained you in the Gauss Seidal method part 1 video. Now this line declares and initializes an array named initial guess to store the initial guesses for the variables x1, x2 and x3. Here I have set the maximum number of iterations for the Gauss-Seidel method to 1000, and I have also set the tolerance for convergence, that is 1 exponent minus 6. Now the try block calls the Gauss-Seidel method to solve the system of linear equations. If successful, it prints the solution. If the method throws runtime exception indicating that it did not converge within the specified iterations, then an error message is printed. The Gauss-Seidel method is declared here. It takes the coefficient matrix, constants, initial guess, maximum iterations, and tolerance as parameters. Within the method, n is set to the number of equations. An array x is created to store the current solution initialized within the values from the initial guess. Method enters a loop that iterates up to the maximum number of iterations. It initializes max difference to track the maximum difference between old and new solutions in each iteration. Now this outer loop iterates through each equation in the system indexed by I, where n is the number of equations, and a variable sigma is initialized to 0. This variable will accumulate the product of coefficients and corresponding values of x for all terms in the equation except the diagonal term. Now the inner loop iterates through each term in the current equation indexed by j. The if statement ensures that the term is on the diagonal. This is because the diagonal term is not included in the summation for Gauss-Seidel method. The code calculates the absolute difference between the new and old values of the variable and updates max difference to keep track of the maximum difference encountered so far. After each iteration, the code prints the iteration number and the maximum difference. If the maximum difference is below the tolerance, the method returns the current solution assuming convergence. If the method completes the maximum number of iterations without converging, it throws a runtime exception with an error message. Now let's try running the code and see what we will get the result. So here we can see that, as you know, we have max iteration 2000. So after 1000 iteration we have result x1, x2 and x3. I hope you like this video, and if you want to get more knowledge about numerical computing, do follow our channel and stay tuned for more videos.